Good evening, Lizzie Boys, and welcome back to my channel. Today, I already made a video, but I also wanted to cover the Monster High news that happened today. It's nothing major, but we did find out the price point for the new Couture Midnight Runway line. We also get to see a peek at what the box design will look like, and we also got to see Frankie's face in full. So, with that, let's get into it. So first and foremost, we got these gorgeous photos of Frankie, so we can see the doll up close. I do plan on buying this doll. I like the design, I really like their face, and I just like the doll in general. I also personally want to keep my alumni collection as complete as possible, and these dolls always cost more secondhand, unfortunately, so in my opinion, it's best to just go for it while they're available on Mattel Creations, even though it ends up being pretty difficult because we all know how these drops go. So, I'm not going to beat around the bush, this doll is $75. Her page is officially up on Mattel Creations right now, counting down for a timer that ends on Friday. The doll will be releasing at 12 p.m. at Pacific Standard Time. That's my personal time zone. But if you do not live... No, I'm not on the Pacific. I'm Eastern. Okay, my time zone is EST, so it's noon EST for me. But if you live in California, then it's 9 a.m. for you. Because, 3-hour time difference. So that's what it is in the United States. As for international buyers, I'm sorry, but there's way too many time zones to translate that. Just check the Mattel Creations site, and there will be a countdown, and you can just look at that and determine what time it ends for you. Sorry, I can't be of more help. But, yeah, the doll is $75. Unfortunate, but I kind of expected it. That's how much the original Haute Couture dolls cost, so of course Midnight Runway, which is also a Haute Couture themed line, would cost the same. So this is a close-up of Frankie's outfit, and I really like it. The bodysuit, I feel like, is a bit lacking. It does look like there's like a leotard underneath for the doll to be wearing, as well as the bodysuit over top. I'm assuming these are separate pieces. There's a chance that they're not, but if they are separate pieces, then I think that would be best. Like a separate leotard underneath the bodysuit, the big mesh bodysuit. I think it would work very well. I really like the doll's belt, it's very cute. I know it's just a pretty standard belt piece, but I like it. Once again, it has a lot of potential for restyling. I like the chains as well. One of my favorite things that they did in the live-action Monster High movie was the way they styled Frankie, and one of the coolest pieces that they had in the movie. This is gonna sound so dumb. But to me, it was that big chain that was just a bunch of bobby pins just slapped on there. I don't know. I loved it so much. Not bobby pins, safety pins. It was just a ton of safety pins on a chain. It looked so cool. It was so dumb, but so cool looking. I absolutely adored it. And this kind of doesn't look anything like that, but I'm just saying I like when they give Frankie chains like that, so I like this piece. I like it a lot. They also seem to have two bracelets. By the way, I don't know why I'm referring to G1 Frankie by they, them. I don't know, I just kind of like the she, they headcanon, so just bear with me on that. And there are two actual safety pins on her jacket. It looks pretty cool, and I just like the jacket in general. It kind of looks like it's made of, like, gator skin. I doubt that was, like, the intention, but it looks like it's made of, like, cracked leather or something. I don't know. It just looks cool. I like it. As for the doll's shoes, they are unfortunately a bit lackluster. Monster High is always known for incredibly detailed shoe sculpts, and while these are, still good looking, I don't know, maybe some more paint detail to bring out the heels, but I feel like it could have been a lot better. I like these shoes, but they definitely need more detail. I do like the little, what are they called? The ribbons with all those, belt buckles on them. It looks cool. It looks fun. I like the doll overall. As for Frankie's box, we got these lovely photos, which are stock photos from the Mattel Creations website, here to show us how things look. I like the design of these boxes. They still have the Haute Couture coffin shape, the Haute Couture logo, but they also have the additional logo of the doll's mask, and Frankie's is pretty cool. It's got lots of stitching on it, and I'm hoping that that's kind of, raised on the box. It's actually, protruding from the box, it's not just printed on, because that's how it looks to me. It looks like it's, an actual texture on the box, and I like that. It's, a super minor thing, I just like the way it looks. And on the side of the coffin box, we can actually see that the mask logo is there, and potentially the doll's name. It might just be the Haute Couture Midnight Runway logo. Yeah, it is. It just says Midnight Runway. So as we can see, there is no diary. I'll admit that's a bit disappointing just because I did enjoy the Haute Couture diaries, so I was hoping that this line would have a diary as well, but so far that doesn't seem to be the case. There is a chance, but this seems to show everything, and unfortunately, the only thing that this photo confirms is that there is no diary, as well as the fact that the dolls have a stand that goes, like, between their legs instead of one that goes around and clutches from the waist, you know? So instead of, like, a standard stand that goes around the doll's waist, this is one of those stands that goes underneath and rests between the doll's legs to hold them up. I'm assuming it's because of the runway theme, maybe. They wanted these dolls to be able to be displayed differently. It's kind of like Monster High rarely used that kind of stand. I believe one of the only times they did was on the Power Ghouls line. And they didn't even give Wedona a stand like that for her Comic-Con doll. I remember that Toralei had a stand like that went underneath her legs, and it broke very easily. Mine did, at least. I don't have it anymore. I've had my Toralei on a standard stand for years, so I'll admit I can see it possible for this stand to break, so that's definitely a buyer beware thing. But she looks nice in her box, and I actually can't see the streaks as much. I'm believing that her hair type might be nylon. It looks very thickly rooted because the hair looks thick here. So here's to hoping that the hair is very nicely rooted, very thick, and because that's how it looks. So yeah, I don't know. I think I might have rambled enough about this doll, but from everything we can see, the release is definitely something I'm nervous about. I don't know. Mattel Creations releases have been getting more difficult. I barely got Elvira. Granted, Elvira's release, I believe, was very highly anticipated, so I don't know. I remember when Haute Couture first came out, Frankie sat in stock for quite some time. So maybe there's a chance that the same thing will happen here, because the original Haute Couture Frankie was in stock for around 5 hours, so there is always a chance that maybe this Frankie will be in stock for longer as well, though recent Mattel Creations drops have shown us that everything will sell out quickly. So, I don't know. I'm just a bit nervous. I do really want to get this doll. I didn't comment much on the face, but it looks gorgeous. It's definitely much better than the standard Haute Couture face, the original line. This is a big step up. It's gorgeous. And it kind of reminds me of the Voltages screening. I like it a lot. It's a very good face. I think that's about all I needed to say. I don't know. I really don't want to talk too much in this video. I feel like I do that sometimes. I talk way too much, but I'm excited for this doll to come out. The price is, of course, a bit disappointing. Just, we should have expected that, though. I was already mentally preparing myself for this doll to be $75, and once again, that happened to be the case. I do wish that the doll had been cheaper, since they don't have diaries, since they don't have, like, fabric purses like, 3 of the original Haute Couture dolls did. It would have been nice for the price to be a bit lower, like maybe $60. I don't know. But what was I gonna say? But what? I'm sorry, I lose my train of thought very easily. But I am still looking forward to this release. I'm excited to see what's to come with the line. I'm definitely excited for Spectra's release. I think that's the one that I'm dreading the most, just because a lot of Spectra fans want this doll, because it's her first doll in nearly 10 years. So, yeah. As for Cleo, I don't know how Cleo's drop is going to go. Personally, I suspect that Cleo will be next. Frankie comes out this Friday, and I'm thinking next month around the same time. So, this is the second week of the month. Maybe on March 10th, we can expect Cleo, and then on April 14th, we could expect Spectra. I don't know. Again, this is all just my personal speculation. I could very well be wrong. But yeah. I'm doing that thing where I ramble too much again, but I just wanted to get these out there. You guys said you like when I include my little thoughts at the end, so that's what I'm doing. But yeah, I'm excited for this doll to come out. And as always, feel free to comment your thoughts. I love seeing what you guys have to say. So yeah, as always, feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!